First half of the semester, it was just a struggle going to that class. And I remember calling some of my boys and being like, bro, this is a waste of time. So I'm going to be like, I'm not going to the class.
All right. What's up, YouTube? My name is Adam Lee White Jr. Entire name, but I go by AJ. This is the documentation for my life. Something that I know will be out there in the world forever. And eventually for my family to look back on, the growth of where my life had went. This is to document that journey. So just to talk about what things I'm going through right now, what are the positions that I'm in, this, that, and third. That's what I'm going over. So just to highlight, I'm a graduate student. I'm getting my master's here at Texas Tech. Ex-athlete, played at the Air Force Academy first, then walked on here at Texas Tech. Been to 3 different schools, finished my undergrad here at Texas Tech. Now I'm getting my master's in communication studies here, as well as being the assistant director of public speaking here. So I am a teacher as well. On top of that, vice versa, being a student. But the path that I want to take my life down and want to take my life to is being a business owner, actually working in the area of business, but being in the fitness industry. So taking my life to the next level. Been through a bunch of different testimonies and journeys, had 4 surgeries already, and we'll go through with later episodes about all of those, as well as constantly being in physical therapy, of rehab, of taking care of my body necessarily, but also having moments of losing 50 pounds in 3 months just to a mind flip, changing the direction, course of path of where my life was going down. I wanted to make sure I was taking care of myself, as well as developing the best person, the best AJ that I can possibly be. No excuses, no regrets, just going full force in the life that I want to create. So I hope you guys enjoy the growth of this channel and the growth of you, because you'll be able to implement new strategies, new approaches, new ways of life that you can incorporate into yourself that can hopefully take you to the next level. And this is to document that. So thank you for tuning in. As we go through YouTube, quality will change, camera quality will change and whatnot once I learn the process of this as well, but I might as well just get started and put it out there. So thank you for popping in. You guys will see more of some clips and stuff later. But yeah, just quick introduction about who I was.
All right. I don't know where this is necessarily going to go with what's going to be spoken about today, but I want to start something necessarily new for myself and actually getting into routine and building something for myself, for something that I've always wanted, but always had this fear like, people don't need this, people are not going to really look at this, people are not really wanting this in general. But I want to structure my life in a particular way and be able to show how to structure that life and structure how things have actually been flowing in my life and what things that have been done, what things are going to be done, and how to go along that process. Right now, just pretty much just ran through the entire day. I was up at 4 this morning, had our workout about 4:45. Got done about 6:30. Ran through all of our leg day this morning. After legs, went back home, got a little work done, got some food, took a shower. Right after that, just had a big open amount of time throughout that time to just pretty much clean up the room, clean up the house for a little bit. So it wasn't necessarily like a whole lot going on today. It's one of my more relaxed days, but coming about 3 o'clock, got class. I'm currently getting my master's right now, so making sure I have things taken care of for school. And I feel like sometimes that school is like throwing me off path, throwing me into a different direction, but I have to flip the way that I think necessarily of the information that I'm getting from the class. Luckily, something that did work out is that class today was like the last day for like physically being in that class. And I feel like sometimes it was Like, truthfully speaking, it feels like it was one of the biggest like wastes of times of being in that class, because we weren't necessarily being taught anything. And it's like I had to absorb the information truly on my own. I had to find out the information on my own to actually understand the concepts, actually understand the information that's being talked about. But when you grow up always in school, you're always expecting, thinking from the perspective of a teacher, they're supposed to provide some information. They have some other area of value, of expertise that they can give to you or bring you some wisdom. But in this case, it wasn't that. I got no value out of them. It was more of learning how to establish all these things for myself, which is something I feel like was crucial just in my, journey of understanding information. So the whole first half of the semester, it was just a struggle going to that class. And I remember calling some of my boys and being like, bro, this is a waste of time. Sometimes I'll be like, I'm not going to the class. And it's just like, man, there are so many more things that could be done during this time, or so many things necessarily that can be improved, that can be better, to help actually students out that are going to these classes, paying however much money they're paying for this class, actually provide something that we can take outside of here. There's a conception that everybody wants to go be a professor, everybody wants to go be a teacher because of the master's degree that I'm specifically in. They try to steer you in the direction of going this way. You need to go this direction. And I'm telling them, like, I'm not going that path. That's not the path that I'm necessarily going down. I'm not being a teacher. This is the thing that I want to do. So all the information they give you, it's like, oh, go get your PhD. Oh, go do this. Go do this. Stay in school. Let's get you one. And I'm like, dude, like, I'm not staying in school, especially if this is the program. This is the things that I've noticed from y'all in this area. I'm not going to be a part of that necessarily. Y'all put a bad rep to your name in general, but it's already not something I wanted to do. I'm also the assistant director for public speaking, so I get to see what things look like on the other side of actually being a teacher in the class. You get to see what the processes are like, people are actually doing, necessarily like the information that's being provided to these students, seeing the actual syllabus, seeing all the information that's actually being provided to these students that are not guiding them in a direction for when they're done. It's just keeping them in this needing to seek more information, so constantly needing to stay here rather than providing information to them where things can get started for them now. If we're going to a class that's at 8 o'clock in the morning, this better be a class that's something as very valuable to me for me to wake up early in the morning and go to this class. What's so important in this class that you can tell to me at 8 o'clock in the morning that is going to be worth my time? I remember when I was just going in school and going to classes or whatnot at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm watching a whole bunch of TED Talk videos. I'm watching just a whole bunch of videos that are not coming from the teacher, but I came here for them. And the videos feel like are for third graders, second graders. Like, I want to learn some advanced information. That's why I'm in these classes. But once again, I just got into this whole thing of like, oh, I just have to do this. Oh, I have to get into this. Never truly realizing, okay, one, this is just an opportunity for me to learn information. However, how I take the information is completely up to me. Who I get the information from, man, I was wishing it was from this particular professor. But ultimately, I have to take full responsibility for the information that I'm getting. I have to take full responsibility for the knowledge that I'm actually absorbing and actually using, rather than putting the responsibility into their hands because they're the teacher, but all of the information is provided to you. So you have the upper hand to be able to use the knowledge the textbooks and stuff are for. But when they show you or they tell you, like they highlight the textbook, you need to get this, but don't tell us like what's actually included, what's involved in the book, how can we actually use this stuff for later on? I don't want to buy the book. I'm not going to get it. And it makes it a little difficult. Man, it's getting dark. I know I'm black. Don't worry. It changes kind of the perspective about actually getting information and wanting to learn. Changes the whole thing around. But right now we are getting into the gym, about to hit the Stairmaster for a little while, then head home, get a little bit more work done, and then hit the bed. start the day early. I want to do some filming more and more often. So I actually get on the camera, actually get on here talking, regardless if I don't know what the hell to talk about. I'm still gonna go up here. I want to make sure I'm doing this, and not being this goody two-shoes guy that I was always growing up to be, of just being this nice kid that's everything is, you know, so sweet and whatnot, because that's not truly how I am, because of one, growing up playing football. I have a very much more aggressive nature because of the position I played. I played outside linebacker and DN. Like, this is something you had to have that instilled in you. So that habit, that behavior is necessarily still in me. You can hear it sometimes the way that I speak. If I'm getting very passionate about something, I can get very tense in a sense. I rhymed. But some of my buddies know it and can see it. Like, or if you upset me in a way, you can see that when it comes out. Or if I get really passionate when I'm going to work out or I'm doing a lift and I'm feeling really good, it'll come out. Not in like a bad way, but showing like I do have this high energy inside of me. But growing up, it was always like keeping it inside, holding it inside. And I want to get out of that. I want to just show out like who I am. And that's what this is for, to actually develop who I am, and you guys get to see that full development into what I have going on. So I got some people that I'm working with. I got some guys that I'm working with that are going to help push me as well. But I want to make things as best as possible for myself and provide at least a guideline or a blueprint to how to change things as well for your life. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm about to go kill this workout. We'll see y'all tomorrow.